Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Heart Artistry Podcast. Today, I have Cecilia with me. She has been part of Magicmind. She's actually been a part of 2 rounds of Magicmind Mastermind, and it's been such a joy working with her. I'm going to have her introduce herself in just a moment, but we were just talking before I hit record about how much she has grown being inside this container. Yes, the launching wins. She's had some back-to-back five-figure launches. She's created an increase in sales with her clients. She's built not only a teaching business, but now she does coaching as well. So I'm going to have her share, but it's been really beautiful to watch this growth and evolution of her journey and being her mentor. So welcome to the show, Cecilia. I'm so glad to have you, and I'll have you introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Cecilia Chen from Taiwan, and I am a Mandarin teacher. So I started just working as a tutor in a language school, but quickly I realized that I didn't get enough job. So I had to come up with some idea like how do I get more students? So I started to post on Facebook also to get students and I was getting new students, but I charged like low rates at the beginning, just to get experiences. And yeah, but gradually I got more students and then I started to host group classes. And to a certain point, I was working like from Monday to Sunday. Yeah, like really busy
Yeah.
schedule. Yeah, but I was really happy because honestly, my journey to search my job actually was not very smooth. Like I changed multiple jobs and finally found this one. So I thought I have to do this one. I love this job. I need to make it work. Yeah. So anyway, so after group classes, I feel like I have a framework of teaching, like uni framework. So I made it my online course. So I started to also run my Instagram. At that time, it was before COVID, I think. Yeah, so started to run online, I don't know, marketing, learn online marketing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I experienced a burnout after that because the traditional way of running a business is really not for me. I'm a very flowy person, so I didn't like routine. I don't like rules. So yeah, I hit a really serious burnout until I met Tiffany. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, let's just start there.
Mhm.
The first round of Magic Mind, I remember that was one of the first things you told me was like, I want to do it in a different way. I've
Yeah.
been doing it in a way that's like burning me out. It's not sustainable, right? Especially because you want to keep growing, you want to keep rising to higher and higher levels in your business. But the way that you were doing it wasn't the life that you wanted to create for yourself. So tell me more about how that began to shift through our work together and compare it to like how you run your business now and how you show up in your business now and how it feels in your body versus back then.
Well, I think because the I used to take a lots of courses, especially about like strategies, because I wanted to sell my course, right, and my services. So I thought that I need to learn like the latest strategies and hacks and all that. And I also bought like tons of templates. Like, those like they say, if you write like XYZ or if you follow step 1 2 3, then you'll be able to whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I did it. I bought it and I follow all these rules, but it just didn't work. So I was getting really frustrated and start to think like if maybe I'm not for this, something like that. But then after joining Magic Mind, I start to feel like things are shifting because you you actually told me that to build a successful business, it's not really about like those outer stuff like a strategy or anything. It's about the belief about yourself. So that's a game changer. Especially, I feel like it directly linked to my sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it really is like mm, like if you don't truly believe at your worth and you don't believe that you can charge this price and your all your actions are like naturally emitting a lack of confidence vibe and people
Mm,
can feel it. People can feel it. So I feel
yeah.
like strategy itself is not difficult because you just follow, right? You
Yeah.
just follow step one, two, three, and you're done. But the real game changer is belief work, which is what I learned from Magic Mind. Yeah. So
Yeah.
your confidence, yeah, if you're radiant in your confidence and people's like, wow, what's that? And what is she talking about? I'm curious, right? But if you're not confident, then people's like, I'm not sure about that. And people really can sense it.
Yes, exactly. And that's the work of energetics. And
Yeah.
it's like the invisible work behind the scenes that no one's gonna know if you're doing it or not, but when you start to sell, people can feel it. If you're not fully convicted in what you're selling, there's gonna be a certain it's like it doesn't pack a punch. It's not as fully supercharged as I say that it can be. And that is the work. I've always thought that as well too when I invested in mentors. It wasn't because of like some super cool trendy strategy, right? Like I think that you can really apply like all strategies work, and that's something that I love sharing inside the chamber, which Cecilia's in now as well, and inside Magic Mind as well. Like I will sit down and we'll workshop the launch and we'll like map out your sales process, and that's so fun for me. However, the foundational level and what I've also looked for in mentors in the past is, can they hold this level of emotional bandwidth with me and my capacity and when things come up, right? Because business isn't just taking action and it isn't just sales strategy. It's, is there a mentor that can hold me in the darkest, lowest, most painful moments and still bring me back to who I am? Right? It isn't always just about, well, what's the action to take. The action actually feels so much more clear when you know who you are. Because at that point,
Yeah.
you could do anything, right? And you can dial in and experiment and evaluate. And that's something we really focus on inside Magic Mind. It's part of the really the process of growth in Magic Mind is experimentation, evaluation, defining a process that works for you, right? And not necessarily rinsing and repeating it, but being intuitively connected to your work and the spirit of your business. So you always have a pulse on what's optimal, what isn't optimal. Oh, this is a right fit for me. This isn't. This feels in alignment, but that doesn't, right? It's like you have such a clear, intimate connection with your business. And that's a really powerful way to lead as a CEO.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So I pulled up some of your wins and I was going through some of what you shared. And I remember in the beginning of this last, so the second round of Magic Mind, one of your biggest intentions
Mhm.
was to have a 10K launch and, or to have 10K months, but also just have five-figure launches, right, in general. And you posted that on May 15th. And on June 1st, you had shared, hey, I want to share with you guys that my launch went well. I had 12 people signed up and it was a 10K launch.
Oh my
And
God.
I remember being like, oh my goodness, I knew it was going to happen right away. And one of the things, one of the intentions you said was like, I want the 10K, but I don't want it to feel like it's so much work and it's so heavy, right? Because
Yeah.
you've burnt out, you've been there, you've done the unsustainable way of running a business. I have too. I think most of us have. A lot of women jumping into Magic Mind, they've had the burnout and they've had the experience of running their business in a way that they don't want to create again. Yet we still want to make money, right? Sales is still the oxygen of our business, but we get to do it in a different way. And I believe that when it comes to attracting sales, magnetizing sales, leaning on your identity and your energetics, you actually open up for more versus like if it's always in a very unsustainable way where you're burning yourself out, you're always capping yourself. So, yes, so you had a 10K launch, literally like it was like several weeks afterwards. And one of the things that we coached on was like, okay, how can we make sure that you're not burning yourself out during your launches? What can we take away and release that's no longer serving you? Right? Like you launched your course and it ended up being a $10,000 launch, and you've repeated that multiple times afterwards as well with your launches. Tell me about the intention of setting, like, to run it I don't want to run my launches the way I have in the past, and creating five-figure launches that felt like they were continuing to come in over and over.
Yeah, because I just mentioned that I took a traditional marketing course before, right? And then the way that I was launching my course was really painful because it has tons of emails that you have to write. Like you have to follow this like template stuff. And it just didn't feel like me at all. So it feel like really strange. And then also you have to prepare like the whole series of events and I don't know, like webinar and stuff. And it really drained me like really, really badly. So after I remember the first time I did it, well, I did make some money, but it just feels so tired, so
Yeah.
tired. And I remember I thought to myself, like, if I have to do this one more time, I'm giving up. Like, this is not the way.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
so crazy. But then in Magic Mind, I learned how to do it my own way. Like I thought because we are taught like we're not enough good enough. Like always have to add on something, to be someone else. But in Magic Mind, I learned like to come back to myself and to do it my own way. And that's when you I don't know, you're most mathematic, you're most confident and not necessarily confident at the beginning because you might feel a little bit insecure, like, is that okay, do it my own way? But then you really feel like, at least me, I feel like people like the real me and the authentic me. So, and remember you said the highest frequency in the universe is truth. So like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's really amazing. I didn't know that I could attract my ideal people with my like real self, the real version of myself, and people
Yeah.
love it. So it feels like really, really easy. Now I feel like I'm not chasing my clients, I'm attracting clients. So yeah, that's the biggest difference.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And that makes me so happy because that's exactly what I want. Like, if I could sit down with every single leader and CEO and business owner, it's like I want everyone to know you can run a successful, thriving business being yourself. I think especially as women, right? And in, just in the society and different communities, we're taught that like there always needs to be something. We need to add something. We need to sound a little different. We need to post in a certain way. We need to listen to some external guidance. Like someone else has got it figured out. So even if you don't want to do it that way, we have to in order to make money. Like that doesn't have to be true, right? It doesn't have to be true. And when we open ourselves to running business as I like to say our truest self, which is it's like capital T truth. It's like the highest level of truth when we're being honest with our purpose, our soul, like the reason that we're here, right? Because we're not here just to build a business and make money. That's obviously a part of it, but we're also here to change people's lives. We're here to create incredible services and solve problems for people. Like that's why we become leaders. And so when we get to do it from an authentic place, especially as a mentor, a teacher, a guide, a personal brand, right? It's not like we're at the top of this massive corporation and we're not able to even see or talk to the customers. We are coaching and mentoring and teaching our clients every single day. So when we show up in our authenticity and our marketing, and you're the same person behind, when you're on the Zoom call with someone, that's powerful. So I'm so proud and I'm so excited that that's the journey that you took and you learned so many valuable lessons to showing up as this truest self version of Cecilia. And it just makes me so happy And that leads me into my next thing. I know, I think this was more in round one, your first round of Magic Mind, but we also began to infuse that into your marketing, your messaging. You started bringing in more storytelling. I felt like there was just you're already really great at creating content. Like I love consuming your content and I learn words from from you and from your posts and I love it. Like I personally love it. So your content was already incredible. You already had a consistent flow of creating content when I met you. However, you leaned into more storytelling, more of an authentic edge. Tell me a little bit about that and how your content has changed.
Yeah. So at the beginning, the way that I create my content was I just thought like, okay, I just literally I just grabbed a book of vocabulary list and I just randomly pick one and and put it on my post. So that kind of content is only teaching people, I feel like it's only teaching the knowledge,
Mm,
but it's very important that when we're running an online business, we have to communicate our own values and our own
yeah.
thoughts so that you can attract the right people. Like basically, I feel like your right people will be very similar to yourself. So
Yes.
yeah, so you have to not have to, but you will share what's like your values basically. So um, after knowing this, I try to bring in my own story and my thoughts about um like whatever topic I'm teaching, but I also infuse my own opinion and my thoughts in it. Yeah. So
Yeah. I feel
yeah,
like
so
I hear so
mhm.
much more of your true voice coming through your
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, and that's really fun as well. Yeah,
It
I feel like
is.
people are making friends because I see it as like running Instagram is like I don't know how to say like app like making friends.
Yes.
So yeah, you just express yourself and then people just like whoever appreciate you just come to you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the big focuses inside Magic Mind is that people come to you, right? Like I don't teach cold DMs. I'm not against it or anything. Um and if you've been in my world, you know that I I'm very focused more on organic marketing, right? And some of my clients run ads and I've run ads like for short periods of time in the past and just realized it's not necessarily the way that I want to do it in my business because I really believe, especially as women, one of our superpowers is our ability to magnetize, right? And not just in business, this happens in relationships and dating and friendships and other areas and opportunities of life. Magnetism is magnetism. It doesn't just work for money or it doesn't just work for friends and relationships. It's an energy that we have. And so when we're able to tune into that and we're able to receive from a really powerful place because it's not magnetism in the sense of like, I'm happy so that I can sell well, or I'm excited so I sell well, or I feel good today, or I have positive thoughts today and I sell well. It's magnetism is connected to your highest level of truth. It's connected to your conviction around your offer and your work. And it's about infusing that into your content, right? Just like speaking the
Mm,
core values and connecting to people who are already bought into the movement, right?
yeah.
That's one of the things I always say is like, our business isn't just a business. This is a movement. One of the things that Cecilia and I worked on was like, it isn't just language that you're teaching. And now you have, your coaching section of your business as well. But language is connection, it's relationships, it's two people getting to share a life together, whether it's friendships or something more like falling in love that they could have never done if they didn't speak that language. It's like you are building on a big scale connection with other humans. And now in your coaching section, you're also being able to teach and hand over that wisdom to your clients who are also building their own businesses, which is really beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yay. Amazing. Okay. One of the things that we also touched on inside Magic Mind was expanding your mindset around money and around like selling, charging higher prices, really being convicted and grounded in your ability to sell and be a salesperson, right? How do you feel like Magic Mind has supported your transformation when it comes to your mindset and the way that you think about money, charging prices, um, and creating that coach, client, or student teacher relationship when someone is joining your courses and you're receiving that energetic exchange of services?
Mm, I think about charging pricing because honest, honestly, everyone want to charge high price, right? But when you're not really believing in yourself, like you are worth to charge this price, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I remember you told me that the three beliefs that we have to work on. And so before, okay, so when you want to sell something, it's not like jump straight into selling or like action, but work on your own belief systems. And three main area. One is your own success, believe in your own success, and the other is believe in your clients, your people,
Yeah.
and the third is the belief about your offer. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I remember it was like my opening moments, like, oh my God, yes. I had like scarcity mindset at that time. I didn't believe that my people would willing to buy my course. And I didn't really believe my own success because like in the past, I feel like, just some experiences made me feel like I'm not worth it and stuff like that. So I spent a lot of time in like the first round of Magic Mind working on my self belief and all these belief systems. So that's game changer because when these three areas are not, I won't say like complete because obviously will have like doubting moment, but at least you can catching yourself and then, you know, to lead yourself through these like down moment. This is another really valuable lesson that I learned from Magic Mind. Like it's the self leadership. You
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love that. So I feel like these are the main thing that um shift my business and the way I sell.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you for sharing that like we're going to have those moments of doubts. We're going to have those moments of like getting out of it and then getting back in it
Yeah.
and then reminding ourselves like that's part of being human and it's part of running our business is that this belief it isn't like all right, got it, I'm good to go for the rest of time.
Yeah.
We're always evolving and our offers are evolving and our business is evolving, right? And the way that we think and the concepts and what we teach and how we teach it and the kind of clients we work with, these things are ever evolving and they should grow and things should change in our business because we don't ever want it to be stagnant. There are certain things that are going to stay tried and true, but there are a lot of things that are going to grow and evolve with us as we rise to higher and higher levels. And so it is coming back to the belief of your offer and in your clients. Like I would never work with a client that I don't believe that they would be successful because I, as the mentor, will sometimes hold that belief even when my client isn't fully there, right? And I help them get there because I see a bigger world for them. I see them as the biggest version of themselves, right? Like when Cecilia joined Magic Mind, I was like, oh, easy, like 5K or 10K launches, 5-figure launches, easy, right? Of course, clients want to sign with her. Of course, her mentorship is so valuable, right? Like I remember, oh my gosh, I remember you had sold, I remember how many spots it was, but you did like a couple of one-on-one spots and you messaged me and you're like, oh, Tiffany, they all sold out. And I feel like it
Yeah.
happened in like a day or a couple of days. It was something
Yeah.
crazy. And in my head, I was like, well, I was like, oh my God, congratulations, yay. And in my head, I was like, well, of course,
Yeah.
right? Of course, like, why wouldn't someone want to snag those spots ASAP to work with her? Because I see Cecilia as the biggest version of myself, just the way I see all of my clients in that way. And I think that's why one of the reasons like mentorship is such a powerful relationship because it's not like any other relationship, right? Like family partner, like we have people in our lives that are so supportive and they
Mhm.
love us so much, but sometimes because of what they know about us or the history that they have with us, they aren't able to hold that, or because of their own belief or lack of belief, right? They're like, "Oh, I don't know," like they're not able to hold it. But with a mentor, it's like you are working with someone who sees you as the biggest, most expansive, powerful, wealthy version of you, that it's like even when these beliefs are dipping and coming back up and ebbing and flowing, that's the work that we do together, right? I don't expect any of my clients to come into mentorship and have 10 beliefs every single day. There are going to be things that are going to rock our belief, our identity, our emotional capacity and emotional intelligence, and the capacity that we have to hold energies, especially as CEOs. We're constantly dealing with different issues or problems or things to solve and things to navigate and decisions, right? And this is where we really come to understand that our beliefs are really powerful. Mentorship is a space where we get to hold all of that together. And that makes such a big difference, especially when charging higher prices, bringing in new offers, expanding your product suite, shifting your business. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You constantly help me to see things from my higher self. That's really
Yes.
powerful.
Yeah. And that's what you do with your clients and with your
Yeah.
students as well. Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite parts of mentorship. Yeah.
Amazing.
Is there anything else that you want to share with the audience about your experience being in Magic Mind, your experience going through? I feel like you've gone through so much internal transformation and external in your business with sales, with launches, with like getting down launches over and over. You've had multiple five-figure launches. You, I feel like, have created this like CEO hat, this CEO identity in the past two rounds of Magic Mind. And yeah, is there anything else that's coming up for you that you want to share with the audience?
Mm. Yeah, I want to say like if you really want to do what you're doing and then you at this moment if you feel like you're stuck and you feel like you try everything, it's likely just like the past me, right? I took so many courses and learned strategies, but then if it still doesn't work, maybe it's a time that you have to look inwards. Yeah,
Mm,
it's time to look inwards because as I just talk about, like I feel like the real key is the inner power. So Magic Mind is definitely a very good place for you to join because first, Tiffany is really good at guiding and also like inspire you and hold you on high regards and then just support you, you know. So I think it's really important to find a mentor that can, you know, support you like this. So yeah, if you are thinking to join Magicmind, don't wait, because I have been in Magicmind for two rounds, and then I learned so much from Tiffany, and I'm now currently in Tiffany's another program called the Chamber. Already learned a lot, so you can learn strategy. You can also learn like mindset and identity, and also very important thing is to learn how to regulate your nervous system. I feel like this is some other courses that didn't teach. So inside Magic Mind, this is another big valuable lesson for me to know how to regulate your nervous system during the down moments and, be able to lead yourself through the storms. So yeah, so join Magic Mind.
thank you. And yes, that is really something that it's a skill, regulating your nervous system and expanding your capacity for deeper emotions, uncomfortable emotions. And it's such powerful work. It isn't enough for us to just know what action to take and what strategies to take in our business. That's like it's like a foundational level when it comes to our belief, our identity, but growing our business, scaling our business into multi six figures, seven figures comes with a level of capacity. I mean, our business can only grow as wide as our emotional capacity can hold it, right? And so that's why this work is so deeply important. And I love that Magic Mind is a mastermind that can hold the strategic action and workshopping and launching and sales process and expanding your product suite while also holding the emotional capacity work, the identity work, the inner work, like you mentioned, that is so powerful that brings this all together. Yay. Okay, tell us what, if you can, like what are you what's new in your business? What are you planning in your business? What are some things you're excited about? We're going to be going into 2026 soon. What are some things that if someone's interested in working with you and checking out your business and what it is that you have to offer, tell us all the things.
Sure. So I'm currently working on building my other business, which is coaching business, because I started with just teaching, foreigners Mandarin, but now I help other Mandarin teachers or basically just coaches or um, tutors who wants to build their own online business. So yeah, if you want to check out my account, I am at Cecilia Talks. Yeah. And if you're interested in my Mandarin business, it's called Cecilia Chen Chinese. Yeah, you can search me on Instagram. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just excited for my new business. And I feel like it's really valuable to learn from Magic Mind because I'm basically using the same, thoughts process in applying in my new business. So it's amazing.
Yay. Yes. And Cecilia's doing incredible. She's such a wise and amazing teacher to learn from and mentor to learn from. So, yeah, go and check her out. Go and check out her work. She is absolutely incredible. And last question, what do you feel like is the most like what do you love the most about your work? Like what makes your heart light up? Like what are the moments where you're like, "Oh, I
Oh.
love what I do and I'm so glad for this." And I think I shared with you a bit ago about like the rebrand and the shift into heart artistry and how this name but also this concept of your heart being or your business being an expression of your heart, your purpose, and your passion. So, yeah, tell me what that feels like for you, whether it's your teaching business or coaching or maybe a mix of both. Like, how does that show up for you? What lights you up on a day to day?
Well, yes. So because of my own experience, I was a very like I feel like I wasn't very confident, but to now that I have my own two business, so I like to help people, whether it's the mentoring business or the coaching business. I think they are sharing the same like processes, like leading a person from not feeling confident to uh a place that they feel like really fulfilled. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I love to see the transformation and in their lives, and I think that's really my purpose in this planet to help people to see their biggest version of themselves. I love that.
Yeah, me too. It's so much fun. And I think those are the moments that we get to hold on to as well, like when belief wavers or when our power starts to waver, we get to remind ourselves, like zoom out and remind ourselves of the legacy and the movement and what we're really building with our business. Is it isn't just sometimes we get so zoomed in on like this one launch needs to hit
Yeah.
this one specific goal and this one specific money milestone. And we work on this so much because we're constantly bettering ourselves and we're strengthening our sales skills and our launching skills and we're stacking monthly recurring revenue. And there's so much that we're doing on a daily basis as CEO in our business. And I think remembering and coming back to ourselves, coming back to our purpose, and reminding ourselves that we are building this legacy, right? This is something that's shifting and expanding. This is something we're going to be remembered for. This is work that is creating ripples and ripples and ripples into the world. And it's really beautiful. And it makes me so happy and so grateful that I get to work with incredible mentors and teachers like you. And yeah, it's been so beautiful watching your evolution inside Magic Mind.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So I will have Cecilia's links in the show notes. And Yeah, and you can check her out. I'll have it hyperlinked in there. You can send her a message, and tag us, let us know that you've listened to this episode. And other than that, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Cecilia, for being on this podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.